Hello and welcome to Time for Tiny Tots with the Muskingum County Library System. My name is Jennifer from the Youth Services Department, and in this installment of this video series, especially for parents and caregivers of babies and children under the age of 2, we are talking about how you can use puppets to help your child develop lots of different skills. Puppets are great because little ones really love them. They are fairly inexpensive, usually pretty easy to find in any kind of a retail store, a toy store, or you can make your own. You can use socks to make a hand puppet. You can use washcloths. I've seen those as well. You can even use to make a finger puppet out of an empty toilet paper tube. All kinds of different ways to make puppets. These we actually purchased from orientaltrading.com. We do have some available while supplies last at the John McIntire Library. Just stop in at the Youth Services desk. And they are plain cotton blend canvas. We decorated them using some fabric markers. They will come with a handful of fabric markers in different colors. You can also purchase these at any store that sells craft supplies. They're usually around $5 or $6 for around 20 of them. And that makes it safe for babies, which is really nice, so that you don't have to worry about other kinds of things that you can sew onto it or glue onto it. I will tell you, if you do decide to pick these up, like I said, they are some kind of a cotton blend canvas, so you want to, if you do decorate them with the markers, you'll want to use an iron on the appropriate setting to actually set the colors before you put it in the washing machine so the colors don't run. Also wash it on a cold cycle, and you want to drip dry it or lay it down to dry flat so it doesn't shrink in the dryer. You might also notice on the tag of these particular puppets, it does say that they are not recommended for children under the age of 3. That is because they could be put over a baby's mouth and cut off their breathing. So do make sure that if you do decide to pick one of these up, that you also make sure that you are monitoring any children that are playing with them that are under the age of 3, because they could potentially have a little hazard there. But we think that they're also just really fun if you are using them to help teach your children some skills. So with small babies, one thing that using puppets can help do is help them with the eye tracking. So you can put a puppet there and watch them. They can follow it with their eyes. Also when they're ready to reach and grasp, just like any toy would be. It's also really good with babies to help put them at ease, because this might be their first encounter with something that's not human. If you decorate it like an animal, or even if you decorate it like a person, and if you're there, it kind of helps put them at ease and will help them start to interact with something besides their caregiver or a family member. And they have that kind of give and take, so that when they're ready to start meeting other little kids, they'll start be ready to make friends. Because kids kind of know that these aren't real, but they're also not quite sure. It's kind of funny to watch them. They help with language skills for babies that are just starting to jabber and talk and coo. So you can make a funny voice with the puppet. I modeled this one after a puppet called Lamb Chop from a television series that was on reruns when I was a kid. And Lamb Chop talked very quiet like this. So you can use a special voice whenever you play with the puppet. It would also be great for teaching nursery rhymes. It's good to have nursery rhymes for early literacy skills and early learning, or to use it to tell stories. And as children get older, you can use puppets and stuffed animals to retell favorite stories, which is another early literacy skill they need to learn to use. And you can also use it for social emotional learning. It's a great way to practice those skills like not biting each other, because you can use the puppet to demonstrate that biting hurts or hitting hurts, and children can learn to understand that. And especially right now, while a lot of us are staying home, that's kind of important to have an extra little friend there that doesn't have to have its temperature checked before it comes in the house, right? And they're also great for teaching relationships. So you can make a mommy puppet, a daddy puppet, an uncle puppet, and help reinforce those skills there in those lessons. Because puppets are often a stand-in for people, they're really great for all those learning opportunities. So we are going to do a little song today. Since my puppet is a lamb, we're going to sing Baa Baa Black Sheep. So here we go. Ba ba black sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. One for the master and one for the dame, and one for the little boy that lives down the lane. Very good, Lamb Chop. All right, and I want to tell you about a great newsletter that I ran across called brighthorizons.com. It's a newsletter for parents, and I got some of the tips about how to use puppets to help babies when they're very small from that particular newsletter. And next month we will be having a literacy calendar that will be available on our website and will probably also be on Facebook. And it has a different activity, a family literacy or early learning activity for every day of the month of October. And we hope we will see you guys soon. We do miss seeing everybody and all your little faces. And we thank you for joining us today. And if you do want to pick up one of these puppets to decorate at the John McIntire Library, they are while supplies last. So hopefully you'll be able to pick one up. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.